this week's video, we're going to look at Kannuki Gatame, which is the bolt lock. Similar to last week's in Gyaku Takubi, I want to trap the arm from the inside between my arm and my chest. So ideally this would be up in your armpit. My left arm in this case is going to cross, so it's kind of on a 45-degree angle, and I want to make contact just behind his elbow near the tricep or on the tricep tendon. I'm going to make a frame, creating a figure 4 with my other hand. So as I roll my left hand up into him, I'm going to push and extend him away with my other arm. I can post in several places. So I can place it just on top of the collarbone into that subclavian space. I can go into the sternal notch, or I can just push the head away. The idea, like the other ones, is I want to stay away from everything else, and when I apply it, I want to make sure that he floats so that he's not level. It takes some of his other weapons away. Some of the throwing options from Kannuki Gatame would be trips similar to Hizaguruma. So if I get him up, I could also do foot blocks to bring him down. I can do Hizaguruma, and again, like last time, I can start to work in for a Taiotoshi or a Seoi-toshi type motion. Some of the typical counters to Kannuki Gatame we discussed last week in Gyaku Takubi. So if he bends his elbow or he is trying to pull into the clinch and the elbow drops, again, I'm just going to cut up and create Gyaku Takubi. If he starts rolling it the other way, I can catch him midway and work a little straight lock there. I can also add the punch in there to set up further strikes. If the elbow rolls over, then this would probably be a good time to disengage. If I stay stuck on the arm, we might be able to get to an udegarami variation, but this is not the best place to hit it from, and to chase after this while he's not balanced is not very safe. The better option would be to let him go and check and take a better position attacking from behind. Some of the disengagements, so if I get in here and this is not working, again, this can be a punch in here as I'm setting it up to make that. This can be a push or a strike with the palms. If this is not becoming effective, I can come in and just use the elbow to counter strike, and now I capture the head. So now we can feed into other strikes. If the arm starts going and I miss the Gyaku Takubi, again, take the shot and we're behind, and I can work them into different methods. So the most important thing when playing with locks is not to stay fixated on achieving the lock. All of this is going to be happening in a dynamic manner, and if I'm chasing after things, moving at full speed, I'm going to be fixated over here, and if I'm not watching when I should disengage, when it's not being successful, always have a backup plan and move on. To be able to find this in a more dynamic motion, we're going to use what some systems refer to as a brush block. So we should look at these things in terms of what your foundation is to be able to integrate these skills into your art, not necessarily trying to relearn everything from a different perspective. So a brush block typically is just, I'm going to brush, I'm going to block. I'm going to take a little space, and I need to be mindful that the second strike is coming in. As he comes in, as soon as this makes the pass, I'm going to go to the face, or at least cut the line, so if the other strike comes in, I'm occupying that space first. My left hand in this case is going to continue around, and again, try and capture above the elbow. So if I slip out lower, then that means something else. If I capture behind the elbow and I push, that's right there. So again, you see where the fingers are. So we have many different places where you can put your hand for that post, which will help you achieve your arm lock. So again, this is typically from the inside. If he's throwing the punch, I want to occupy that space, take this, and again, look for fluid places to go if it doesn't work.